going to be a tutorial on stalls, and I'm just going to show you kind of the basics of how to do them, and I'm not going to show you all the different possibilities and variations because that's half the fun for you, and I don't want to spoil that for you. And I want you to be able to develop your own style into this, but I'll show you a few. Basically, a stall is when you stop the poi and then you reverse the stretch. Pretty basic concept, but not always the easiest thing to do. And to do this, you're going to want something that's a little bit heavier. I mean, you don't have to have the heaviest poi or anything. The tennis ball poi or rice or whatever, basically any poi is going to work fine for it. Glow sticks, you can do it. Might not be the easiest thing to learn on. It's not that hard to transition to them once you know the concept, but learning it on glow sticks can be a little bit more difficult because you don't have the weight and you can't, it's just harder to feel it. So just to work on a few basic ones, just your basic horizontal stall. I'm going from a reverse spin here. You can do this at your side, so you can turn around to do it in a wall plane. You just kind of, when it comes around the top, you just let it go out. And spinning slow is probably good for this. You can do it out of a fast spin, but I would learn that once you've already become accustomed to how it feels. And then the other direction. So when it comes around the top, you just kind of move your arm horizontally outward. The key thing about it is, basically the physics of it is, you've got this circle, and wherever you let it leave the circle, it's going to go perpendicularly. Like if you let go of it at the bottom of the circle, it's going to go that way, or that way, depending on which way you're spinning. It's not going to go down. If you want it to go down, you have to let go of it here or here. But since you have the possibility of not spinning a complete circle all the time with your hands, you can sort of smooth the motion out by making it more of an oval or kind of curving it out more into a larger circle when you come out of it. So, just kind of practice these basic things where you come back and forth, and you can put however many rotations you want in between. Or you can put no rotations in between if you really want to get tricky and do some pendulums. Working on stalls is a great time to work on pendulum stuff. And you can move it up, you can keep it at the bottom, you can move it high, you can move it small. Whatever you want to do. So, once you get good at these basic ones, then you can start working on a little more advanced, such as vertical stalls. And the easiest vertical stall is just going to be your basic down stall. Now the easiest way to do this is you come over the top. I like to move my hand up, and then when poi starts to move down, I just follow the poi down, drop it. And if you do it just right, it won't even move. And just whenever you kind of slowly come to a stop, it'll stop. And you can do this behind kind of thing. I learned this one first because it's just easier. And once again, it's just kind of a slow thing. And you're going to be wanting to do these with both hands. So, learn these things and all that stuff. And once you get good at all that, then you can start working on some crazy other ones. Eventually, you start going from this thing and you start working it up a little bit. Just work it up. And you stop a little bit later, and you, instead of moving your hand out, you move your hand kind of up a little bit. And your goal, eventually, is to be able to do it at any angle, so you can move it up. And then you get your straight up vertical stalls. Again, do it with both hands. And I would just work on it one hand right now, or you can work on it with the other hand. Spinning is always a good thing because it will be really tricky to be able to stall with one hand and keep the other one going. So this is more of a mind fuck, so just work on this and work on different things when you get to that point. So, once you get past these vertical stalls, and you can do that really easily, then you can even work beyond that onto horizontal stalls at the top, which takes a really quick affinity for timing, where you really have to like come in with it and then snap it back out of there before it falls down. So you have to time when it stops and starts really carefully. And I wouldn't worry about that one so much. Work on the other ones before you work on that. But that's something to shoot for. So some of the basic stuff where you got 2 poi in your hands, you can do both to the front or back, or if you're doing wall planes, you can go side to side. And you can do both up, do both down on either side. You can throw rotations in between if you want. You can do something like that where one's higher than the other. Out of a butterfly, you can do both up in the middle, you can do both up on the outside. And other butterfly, you can do the same thing but down. Actually, out of a forward, you can go up too. It doesn't matter. You just have to time everything right. And getting the timing right is going to be the trickiest thing of when to like bring your hand back. You don't want it to be a real snappy motion. Some of them are, but the goal is to be kind of a smooth thing like that. But do what you can. And then out of just spinning split time, you could do these little ones on the middle. You can do them kind of up to each other. You can do them like that. You can do them like that. Or you can bring them up more. You can do them on the outside. Just whatever you want to do. It's really fun. Just play around with it. And work on some pendulum stuff too while you're at it, because those are fun too. So good luck.